All right, everyone. So my last video for today, I am recording a should you melt this video. I have some empties. So this is what I'm going to try and do is do it weekly, do my empties for the week, as well as everything else I've melted that's not empties. Because for me, especially like with the big loaves and bags and things like that, I just don't go through them quickly. And so I feel like I'll buy something, and even if I melt it, you guys won't hear about it for like a year, right? Because I just won't get through fast enough. And so I think this is the format I'm going to try to do, is do should you melt this with everything I melted for the week, empties and non. And my goal is to melt kind of half new stuff and half old stuff, so I can continue working through my old stuff and share that with you, although some of it may not be as relevant. But anyhow, so that's my plan. So I'm going to start with the non-empties first. And I'm going to start with this one that I just melted last night. I've melted, I think, a couple times this one. So this is from K's. I did not haul this one. This is my order just prior to this one. Which actually, I think in the video I just recorded for K's, I think I talked about my last haul, but I don't think I recorded it, so you guys won't see it. But anyhow, so I named this Parisian Lavender. So this was a blend that I did of French lavender, sweet on Paris, vanilla bean Noel. Her French lavender says it's lavender flowers from the French countryside. And then the sweet on Paris, I think everyone knows that's a Bath & Body Works dupe. It's pastry, blackberry, lemon cream, and buttery vanilla. With vanilla bean Noel. So I wanted a kind of a sweet lavender, basically, something that was like herbal and sweet. I do double bag everything just to keep the scents from migrating amongst each other, as well as just to preserve them. This is really good. I don't get the sweet on Paris. I basically get the lavender and maybe a little bit of the vanilla bean Noel. But it smells really good. It smells just like a nice herbal sweet lavender. It's herbally and sweet. So I really enjoyed this. It did pretty well. I got this in October, so not that long ago. And it had a good throw, but I'm going to try not to go through her stuff too fast, even if it does throw, because I think if I wait a little bit, they'll be like really strong. All right, from Glitterati, this is old. This is from my first custom order with her in 2014. So the bag is kind of yellowed. This was like a giant, I think 16 ounces, or was it more? I don't know what she offers in her custom orders anymore, but this is Honeydew cotton candy. When I first got into wax, I was like obsessed with everything Honeydew. I bought everything Honeydew, and then I think I burnt myself out on it. I still like the scent, but I don't melt it as often, especially because my mom doesn't like Honeydew. And so I try to only melt it in like my bedroom bathroom, but this is I have it going in my room right now. It's still really strong. It's really good. So I'm surprised with the age that I can still smell it as well as I do. Really touch on something. I think these videos, it's nice to have like talk about some personal stuff as well. Both my parents live with me. They are divorced. They're not married anymore. They divorced when I was really young. When I first moved to Arkansas, I'll try to make this as quick as possible, but because I will refer to my parents a lot. When I first decided to move to Arkansas, I knew I was going to come out here, build a house. My mom, I knew, was going to move out here eventually. And my dad was planning to stay in California. I thought maybe someday down the road he'll end up in Arkansas with us, but I thought, but worst case scenario, I'll fly to California to visit him. My home office is still in California, so I still need to travel to California once in a while. I haven't obviously lately much because of COVID, but I have gone a few times the last couple years. But when I moved, I signed my contract to build my house in February of last year. Neither of my parents were going to be living with me at that time, but I got a big house. If you're interested to see what my house looks like, you can go watch my house tour video from October. I think I posted around October last year. It's an empty house tour, and I signed my contract. I got a big house. Was like, I want this house to be one I will grow into over the years. Like, I kind of assumed at some point my parents would be living with me, one or both of them. You know, I figured there may be other family members that need to live with me. In the meantime, I thought, so it's a 4-bedroom house plus an office. I work from home, so I have my office space. I have my bedroom. I thought I can have a scrapbook room because I do have scrapbooking stuff. I haven't scrapbooked in a long time. I need to get back into it. I was like, I can have a workout room, or I can have like 2 guest rooms, or like a guest room, you know, whatever. So I had kind of plans for that. But then shortly after, I won't go into details for either of my parents of why they ended up moving in with me, but for their own personal reasons in life, my mom ended up needing to move in with me. So while I was finalizing the floor plan for the house, we ended up realizing she was going to move in with me. And so her bedroom, we were able to kind of customize her bedroom and bathroom. So she kind of has like an in-law suite type. Well, she's my mother, but you know, she has like her own. I have the master bedroom, master bath, but her bedroom was adjacent to another bedroom that had a Jack and Jill bathroom, but we shut off the door to the other bedroom. So basically she has an ensuite bathroom in her room. And then once we got moved in, or shortly before I moved into the house last year, is when my dad decided he was going to move out to Arkansas. And I said, I have a bedroom, like, you're welcome to live with me. So both of them moved in with me. It's an adjustment. I lived alone for many, many, many years, so it's an adjustment, but I love having my parents with me. You know, the house is big enough that we have our own space, but you know, it's nice to have your parents there because, yeah, my family's always been really close. And it's nice. I have a cat, so when I travel, it's nice that there's someone here that can watch my cat. My dad loves taking care of the yard. He does a lot of stuff around the house, so that really helps. You know, he does stuff basically I have to pay someone to do or figure it out myself. So it's, anyhow, total, like, I just feel like it's fun to share information like this, you know, with you guys, so you can get to know me a little bit in my situation. And yeah, so so the issue with scents is my mom doesn't like anything melon, so I can't melt like honeydew or watermelon or anything in the like main area. And my dad doesn't like Christmas tree scents. Now, certain Christmas tree blends, I will still melt in the living room, and he hasn't commented on them lately, but there's one or two scents he was like, no, those are horrible. So I have to be careful when I melt now in the common area, which is like annoying sometimes, but it's okay. Anyhow, so that one performed really well. It's performing really well. Destination Wax Lavender Sugar Cookie. So this, I know a couple folks or maybe someone has mentioned that Destination Wax needs long cure time, but this one was poured September 9th, so I figured, okay, that's 2 months old. This was really good, very, very strong. I have 2 warmers in my bedroom, so I put 1 square in each warmer. I probably could have just done 1 because it was very strong. By morning though, I really couldn't smell it anymore. So most vendors, I would say, most vendors in most scents, you're not going to smell it anymore if you leave your warmers on overnight, which I do. I put the wax in about half an hour before I go to bed so I can smell it when I'm going to bed and falling asleep. By morning, I usually don't smell them anymore. From L3, I melted a couple cubes of this Sweet on Paris Strawberry Pound Cake Vanilla Birch. This is really good. When I first put it in, I mostly got the Sweet on Paris Strawberry Pound Cake, but then after it was melting for a while, that Vanilla Birch came out, but it was kind of hidden. It wasn't very dominant. I put this in my office on Friday. It threw all day. I have not changed my warmers in my office. They're still on. We turn off our warmers if everyone's leaving the house, but if I leave and like my mom or dad are still going to be here, if someone's still going to be in the house, we just leave the warmers running like 24/7. If we're all leaving, we turn them all off. I don't want to leave them on. We have pets because we have 2 dogs and a cat, so I don't want to leave them on when we're not here in case there's something that goes wrong. But anyhow, so this has been on all weekend. Every time I walk into my office, I still smell it. Now, if I was working in there, I would change out the scent because it really, I think what I'm getting is like a little bit of Sweet on Paris and the Vanilla Birch kind of remnants. It is sweet, it's pretty, but I'm surprised how long it's lasted. Okay, I melted a couple pieces of this from L3 in Fresh Pick Strawberry Peppermint. This is really good, but the peppermint is crazy strong, like crazy strong. So I ordered this in my customs. I did submit my custom order, but Jennifer just went out of town and I told her, like, no rush, like Trish can start it or you can wait till you're back, whatever. But I did get this, but with Vanilla Bean Noel to kind of sweeten it up a little bit, but it's really good. But her peppermint is really strong and this performed really well. Nice, strong scent. Let's see, I'm gonna try and do all my L3. Okay, so this is one of her pre-orders prior to, like, prior to Halloween. This is Traps, which is golden grams, toasted mallow, pumpkin pie, whipped cream. It's a brittle bag. This I didn't get a lot of throw from. I got a little bit. I mean, it's a nice like pumpkin-y bakery scent. It's really good, but I just didn't get a ton of throw when I put it in my common area. So I have some left in here. I will try melting it again, but it was just light. It had a light throw. Also from L3, I have these it was a 4-pack of these fluted tarts in sugared lavender twist. It's a Better Homes and Gardens type. I think it smells a little different than the Better Homes and Gardens scent, but I really like it. I like it better than the Better Homes and Gardens. I feel like there's more lavender in her version of it. It's very nice. I usually will cut these fluted tarts in half and then put them in a warmer. But I don't pre-cut my wax usually. It's very rare for me. I will pre-cut loaves sometimes, but this is good. I would actually get this again. For a while, I was considering having it on my custom list just to have more of it, but it's a scent I can easily request from her. And this is something I put in at night, so by morning I don't really smell it anymore. I'm trying to see if I have any more L3. Oh yeah. So this is Dingleberg, which is Horcrux and Boom Boom type. I don't have the scent description for Horcrux, so I don't remember what that is. But it is like kind of a fruity scent. And then Boom Boom. This is pretty. I put a chunk of this in my bathroom and it threw most of the day. Like I could smell it. It was really strong at the beginning and then it did kind of start to fizzle out after a while, but that Boom Boom really lingers. So it's one of those scents with L3. It's a lot of her scents are powerhouse. I get duds every once in a while. I personally have not noticed certain shapes throwing better than others, but I do have to say her chunks that she did have been super strong. Like I haven't had a dud from a chunk. I've had some duds from her fluted tarts. And then like her trig tarts are kind of hit and miss for me. So maybe I've noticed it a little bit, but her scents are most of the time a powerhouse scent for me. They throw really strong. Oh, like this I think was kind of a dud, I guess, huh? So it depends. But some fragrance oils just linger, and Boom Boom from L3 anyways is a scent that lingers. So this lingered and it was beautiful. Every time I walked into the bathroom I could smell it. I thought it was beautiful. So I really enjoyed it. Oh, I still have some more. Yep. So from L3, Fresh Picked Strawberries, Cotton Candy, White Elephant Exchange. Oh my gosh, so amazing. I love her Fresh Picked Strawberry and I love it with bakery blends, and this was beautiful. This was like sweet, fresh picked strawberry with that like yummy White Elephant Exchange. Oh my gosh. It's like a rich, decadent strawberry cake is what this smells like to me. Like a rich, decadent strawberry dessert or something. I would definitely repurchase this, like request this and buy it from her again. I'm trying to remember, I think I melted it at night in my bedroom because I will love, every once in a while I like to do bakery scent at night and I love strawberries. So I cut it in half and put it in 2 warmers. It was really strong. The scent was gone by morning, but it was really strong at night. I have a Bitty Betty loaf in Winter Snooze, which is icy peppermint, herbal lavender, and chamomile. I really like the scent. I actually ordered more in my custom. And even though this is a scent, like she has it on her pre-order list right now so I could get it in a loaf, I would rather have it. So her custom right now is doggy bags, which is all the shapes. I rather have the shapes that are easy to just throw into a warmer than have to chop up a loaf. So I went ahead and just put it in my custom. Because I was like, I'm gonna be spending the money either way, whether I get it in her pre-order or in my custom. So I will put this in 2 warmers. This will last me all day as well. It's beautiful. You get the peppermint, but I get the peppermint and the like herbal lavender. It's so good. I put this in a few days ago in the morning. I put 3 pieces, 1 in each of my 2 warmers in my bedroom and 1 in my bathroom, a whole day. By the end of the day though, I mostly just got the herbal lavender. The peppermint had kind of fizzled out, but I will definitely, well, I have more of this coming. I have half of this left and I have more of that coming in my custom. Okay, this scent, oh my gosh, I talked about it when I hauled this, Vanilla Balsam Winter Candy Apple. I really, really like this scent. Did I put it in my custom? I don't remember now. It's so pretty. I love winter candy apple, and the vanilla balsam just gives it that extra Christmassy scent. And this it wasn't like crazy strong, but it was good. So surprisingly, you would think this would be crazy strong, but I want to melt it again because the night I melted this, I was having some like sinus and throat issues. So like my throat was like clogging up a bit. So I think, well, I have a lot, so I'll definitely be melting this again soon. But I love the blend. The winter candy appleness definitely lingered for a long time. Like when I turned my warmers, so in my living room, I do have one tea light warmer. So obviously we turn that off at night. The next morning I relit it and I could smell it again, and I could still see the like fragrance oil like evaporating out of it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I definitely think it's heavier on the winter candy apple, but that vanilla balsam adds that little like Christmas tree scent. And then last thing I think from L3 is a scoopable Blackberry Boardwalk Mellow Clouds. Her scoopables throw really well, but I don't like them because they're just messy. I just don't like having to scoop out the wax and like get it on my fingers, and well, it sticks to everything. So I tend not to go for them. I have found that most of her other forms of wax throw just as well for me as her scoopables. This is a beautiful scent, definitely heavy on the Boardwalk Mellow Clouds. You can get some fruity blackberry in there, but it's mostly the Boardwalk Mellow Clouds, but it's good. It's very pretty when it's melting. Okay, so that is it for L3. I do have more destination wax. So I melted, I combined Quickie Wedding with Vanilla Dream Cake. Both of these, so Quickie Wedding was poured October 5th, Vanilla Dream Cake August 14th. So I thought, okay, they're cured. And Quickie Wedding is fresh strawberries, strawberry seeds, and marshmallow fluff, which when I hauled this, I think I said it needed a bakery scent to it. And Vanilla Dream Cake is layers of rich vanilla cake, marshmallow buttercream, confetti sprinkles, crushed sugar cookies. So I put this in with this. It basically just made it a very sweet, decadent strawberry. It's not my favorite strawberry scent, but I do really like it. I put these in my bedroom and bathroom. I used 2 cubes from this and 1 cube from this, and then spread it amongst 3 warmers. It floated out to my living room. Like I kept smelling it out into my dinette and my living room. It was super, super strong. Really good. Very, very good. So let's see. I think, okay. From Swan Creek, I haven't ordered from them in a long time. This is from 2018. I think that's the last time I might have purchased from them. This is Holiday Plum and Sweet Cream. This smells nothing like Holiday Plum and Sweet Cream. It's kind of like I don't know, it's like a clean scent. It says it's Damask Plum, Tart, Blackberry, Buttercream, Spun Sugar, Coconut Milk, and Blackcurrant. It just comes off as there's no sweet creaminess. It comes off as like a clean berry. I don't know. I don't care for it, but I put it in my laundry room. And I remember I kept walking by my laundry room and was like, what smells clean? Like, what's that scent? It's just an unusual scent. And it kept throwing me off. And then I remembered it was this. Now, Swan Creek throws really, really well. The price of these clamshells are pretty reasonable. When I've purchased them, I usually purchase right from their website. So their stuff is good. That scent I just don't care for, so I'm just trying to get rid of it. From Kay's, I melted Holiday Drive. I believe this was a custom blend by Danny, if I recall correctly. This is Fraser Fir Espresso and Bake Shop. Again, I don't do a lot of coffee, but I thought with the Fraser Fir, that would like maybe really help balance out the coffee. This is a really good scent. I really like it. I don't think I love it to like go out and buy large quantities of it, but I definitely enjoyed it while it was melting. You get that espresso note, you get the Fraser Fir. The Bake Shop, I think, just adds a little bit of a sweetness to it, sweet bakery. But on cold, it's mostly Fraser Fir and espresso. And I liked it. It threw pretty well. Like it filled up kind of the living room area, but it wasn't overly strong, but it was good. I also, from Kay's, Tinsel and Twinkles. So this is one that I hauled. I don't think I recorded it. I don't remember now. But so this is a festive fragrance, orange zest, grapefruit, cinnamon and cloves, cedar leaf, sandalwood, and fir needles. I've talked about this in my last haul with her because I have it in a blend. It's a beautiful scent. I melted. This is super strong. I melted 2 cubes in my room. It was way too strong. I need to cut them in half next time. But it's so gorgeous. I definitely will continue to buy this scent from her. And I'm really excited to try that blend that I hauled. But this threw super, 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 super strong. Was almost overpowering. So next time I need to melt less of it. All right, I think that's it for K's. From Rose Girls, I melted some Alice in Slumberland, which is honeydew, cotton candy, and lavender. I'm struggling with my Rose Girls because she has beautiful blends, but I'm just not getting the throw that I would like. And I definitely am trying to put like small chunks in. This is a beautiful sweetened lavender. You get like a little bit of an herbal lavender, but that honeydew and cotton candy. And her honeydew, there's like very sweet, juicy honeydews, and then there's florally honeydews on the market, like with scented wax. Hers is more that florally honeydew, which I love, I prefer. To me, it's more relaxing and more comforting. So this is a gorgeous blend. It's just not super strong, like I can smell it. That's actually partially why I added a second warmer to my bedroom, because some vendors I'm just struggling, like Rose Girls is one that she has beautiful blends, but I'm just not getting as much throw from them. And then also some of my older wax, I need more to be able to get the throw I would like. So I'm enjoying this. I'm just hesitant about how much more I'm going to order from Rose Girls because I'm just not getting the throw I would like. Now here's something ironic. This is really old Rose Girls. This is her Circus Concession. Oops, I have it upside down. Circus Concession. And this is back from when she did customs. I got a whole pie, and that was back when her whole pies were like 18, 20 bucks. Super cheap. So this was probably in like 2014 or 2015. I forgot I had this. It was like buried under other stuff. You don't really smell much on cold, but I thought, well, let me put it in a warmer in my office and just see. I put it in like on the weekend when I wasn't going to be spending a lot of time in there, but was like, let me just throw it in there, see what it does. I forgot I put it in there, and we were sitting in the living room, and I'm trying to remember, oh, I had this going in the living room. So this is another reason why I need to melt this again. I had this from L3 going in the living room, and I kept getting a caramel smell. Like I was like, why am I smelling caramel? Why am I smelling caramel? Like, where is it coming from? I kept thinking maybe my dad put wax in his room that was drifting out into the living room, because every once in a while I'll do that. But then I remembered it was this. I had this going in my office. So on warm, it was throwing really strong, but it was mostly the caramel note that I was getting. I think this is like a mac apple, caramel, funnel cake, maybe a marshmallow scent. It's a great scent, but I have another bag from a pre-order I did with her earlier this year, but I need to get through this. So I'm gonna try and get through this as quickly as I can to melt the other stuff. But this is throwing better than my new stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, I melted, from Front Porch. I didn't haul this, but I do have a couple things from Front Porch. This is blueberry pumpkin waffles. I've melted this a couple times now, but blueberry pumpkin. Mostly that's what I get is blueberry pumpkin. It's really good. And mostly the blueberry. Her stuff throws pretty strong. This one though, I think was lighter throw than some of the other scents I've been melting from her. But it was good. From the Pharmacist's Daughter, this is, I just hauled this last week. This is the No Brainer, which is blue sugar, sandalwood, hipster, and perfect man. And it was a couple of these like zombie faces. I melted one of them. I cut it in half and put it in my room at night. It's a gorgeous scent. It's definitely masculine, like a cologne-y, but not cloying cologne, like clean masculine. I really liked it. I don't know that I will like seek this out, but I enjoyed it just because like by morning, all I was left with was like the cologne-y scent, so I could still smell it in the morning. It definitely lingered in my room, so it was definitely a really good throw. It lingered in my bedroom, but I was left with a lot of a cologne scent the next day. And I was like, okay, I gotta dump it. It was just a little too much for me by then, but I enjoyed it. So it's fun to branch out and try new things, and not everything's gonna be a favorite, and that's fine. Okay, some really old stuff again. This is Super Tarts. Back when she used to do those, her loaf pans or her bam pans, I can't remember what they were called, where you could do custom blending and she'd make these beautiful loaves. Again, this is another one I forgot I had, and I was organizing wax and I came across it, and I love this scent. So this is Freshly Cut Christmas Tree and Crisp Snowy Spearmint. I normally do not like spearmint because I think it smells like spearmint gum. Every once in a while I'll come across a spearmint from a vendor that I like. This is one that I love. This is not dated. I think I had a date on it and it must have fallen off, but this has to be like 2015 maybe, 2016, a long time ago. Smells so good. This is the best blend of Christmas tree and spearmint. It's definitely heavy on the spearmint, but you get a little bit of that Christmas tree in the background to like just make it a little bit more complex. I melted chunks of this in both my bedroom warmers and in my bathroom. It was strong, lasted all day. Now I think it was probably a solid like 7 to 8 out of 10. When I first got this, it probably would have been a 10, but I'm very pleasantly surprised that it's lasting as long. And this is why I don't pre-chop loaves, because polypropylene bags obviously don't quickly suck the scent out of wax. But when these are not airproof, right? Like if you can smell the wax through the bag, obviously stuff is slowly seeping out. If you in my mind, if I pre-chop this, there's more of the surface area of the wax is getting exposed to the air in the bag. And so I feel like it'll lose its scent faster. Do I know this for a fact? Absolutely not. That's just my personal opinion. But so I leave my loaves whole, and then I feel like in this one's a perfect example. It's still throwing like really strong because I feel like the oils in the middle of the loaf won't seep out, right? There's less surface area exposed to air and exposed to the bag. Anyhow, that's my opinion. Okay, last of my non-empties. This is a love of mine, and I do need to get more. This is Vintage Chic Scents. It's a Wonderful Life. This is from 2017, November 2017. So 18, 19, 20, 20. So 4 years old, but oh my gosh. Okay, so this was a Blossom bar. This was a Blossom bar from her. This is how much I have left. Now I did pre-chop my Blossom bar from her, but that's why I double bag it. I put it in this plastic bag and then in this bag. So It's a Wonderful Life is cozy spices, including cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. That's exactly what this is, cozy spices. It's so amazing. So I have a bit left. But I did, when she asked for scent requests for her pop-up today, I asked for the scent in a Blossom bar. And if she lists it, I will get it because I love it. It's the best spicy scent like ever. It's truly cozy spices, and it has like a sweet creaminess to it, but those aren't in the scent notes. I don't know like where that comes from. It's just beautiful. I put this in my office, I think it was last Friday. And then, so not this one that just passed, but the one before that. And then it threw all day. It was gorgeous, like all day long. And then I didn't change out my warmers over the weekend in my office, like I just mentioned a bit ago. And every time I went into the office, I could smell this. It lingered all weekend. Now there are other scents that I will leave in, and like my warmers in my office overnight, I go in the next morning, can't smell them at all. So this is one of those, it just continued to linger. It wasn't super strong. And again, if I was sitting in my office all day, I'd probably change it out. Beautiful, really good throw still, even though it's 4 years old. Will definitely get more. I will always want to buy this from Vintage Chic Scents. Okay, so those are my non-empties. You kind of get them moved out of the way so I can show you my empties. Okay, just a lot of wax, guys, a lot of wax. What are we gonna do with all this wax? Okay, which I need to make a wax box for my dad. So that's what I typically do for my parents, is I just pull stuff together for them to melt. Okay, so for my empties, continuing with Vintage Chic Scents, this was another Blossom bar that I think I got probably at the same time. This is November 2017. This is Blanche and Baby Jane. This is pink sugar, vanilla butter fudge, and I think cookie. Yeah, pink sugar, vanilla butter fudge, and cookies. So it was a big ol', or maybe it was a loaf. No, I think it was a Blossom bar because I think it had the little blossomy texture on the top. I love the scent. So Blanche and Baby Jane, this is definitely one I need to request from her. It's pink sugar, but the vanilla butter fudge and the cookie just makes it so like comforting and beautiful. I love to melt this at night, so it takes on like that soft kind of bakery, sweet bakery note with the pink sugar. I hit my 30-minute mark, so it cut me off. So I was saying I love it and I will definitely order this one again. I meant to request it for today's pop-up and I forgot, but I will request it from her at some point. Okay, so I just finished this from Glitterati. Again, this is from my very first custom order from her in 2014. This is watermelon, spritzer, honeydew, and cotton candy. Yep, honeydew and cotton candy. So this is, I put this in at the same time as the honeydew cotton candy, so it's like filling up my room. I finished this off and then used the other honeydew cotton candy. Still throw me what I think her fruity scents tend to be the strongest throwers. Okay, some throwbacks here. I have a scoopable from Tiffany Candles. Again, I forgot I had this. I was like, again, reorganizing. I had stuff buried in the bottom of a bin. So this is Tiffany Candles Winter Candy Apple. Wintry Candy Apple is what she calls it. It says 12/16. This is actually from December 16, 2013, I think. I think it was like one of the first orders I ever placed from her. And I can't believe the oil still smelled strong and hadn't gone rancid. So this was really good, because even if the oil doesn't lose, like even if something doesn't lose its scent when it's in like a nice solid like sealed container like this, the oil can go bad. Like I've had other scents and wax melts that the oil's gone rancid, so you have to throw it out because it just smells like rancid oil. This still smells really good. And I also happen to have, now this is dated with the month and year, so this is from October 2015, blue sugar type. I blended these two together. I loved it. Oh my gosh, I love blue sugar. And I don't know, I just thought the blue sugar would give a nice like soft sweetness to the winter candy apple. It smelled so good together. So this is a scent that I thought about putting this blend in my customs with L3, but I had so many on my list. I thought this is an easy one to request. I'm just gonna, for one of her restocks, I'm just gonna request this as a blend. I really like these two together, blue sugar, winter candy apple, and this threw really, 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 really well. So I enjoyed it. I was really impressed. And I miss Tiffany Candles. Another throwback, oh my gosh, this vendor's not in business anymore either. 10 Digit Creations. So you can tell I was going through like an old bin of wax melts. And this is Pink Sands, which is a dupe for the Yankee Candle. This was poured February 2016. It wasn't super strong. This vendor, I had pretty good luck from them when I first started buying from them. It threw probably like a solid 5 or 6 out of 10. I put it in my laundry room. It's a pretty scent. I like Pink Sands. From Vintage Chic Scents, I had one little piece left. This was like one of her giant flowers. I had one little piece left of its Scarborough Fair, which is sage and citrus. I couldn't smell it anymore. Like I have noticed for these like large flowers, the older ones are just, I smell them a little bit in the bag, but they don't throw. So I didn't get any throw out of that. That's from 2016. I also melted, I had one little piece left of a flower from Vintage Chic Scents. It's Flowers in Your Hair, which is purple sandalwood, blood orange. Again, put it in my laundry room. There was no, I couldn't get any throw. Again, I could smell it in the bag, but there was no throw. Or if I put my nose up to the wax melter, I could smell it, but it wasn't throwing. I'm gonna get my old wax out of the way. Another one I came across. This is that Smell Good Shop, Biscuits and Jam. On cold, this smelled really good. So it just says biscuits and jam smothered in blackberry jam. I don't know. This is from August 2018. So it's old, but not super old. On cold, I could still smell it in the bag. It smells really good. I had 6 of the little pieces left. Then I put 2 in each of the 3 warmers in my living room. I couldn't smell it. I placed a small order with her and everything through at the time, through before when I got it through really well. I think just with age, it was age on this one. Let's see, from Rose Girls. Okay, I melted a couple. I got the Cookie Land sampler that she offered earlier this year. They're dated April, so I guess I got them in April. This first one is Pumpkin Pecan Waffle Cookie Land. Really good blend. Love the Pumpkin Pecan Waffle. Cookie Land's just like a sweet, decadent cookie scent. This threw good for about 2 to 3 hours, and then it kind of fizzled out, and then I took it out. Then Almond Biscotti Cookie Land. So this definitely had that kind of almond note to it, like almond bakery, almond extracts. Really good. A little heavy, it's a little hint of cherry note to it. It was good. Same thing here. It threw well for about 2 to 3 hours, and then it kind of fizzled out. So the scents are good, but they just weren't lasting, and they weren't like super, super strong, but I could definitely smell them. So, oh, and I also had Dutch Apple Cookie Land. This one I don't think I smelled much of at all, which was unfortunate because the Dutch apple in it was really good. It was kind of like a apple pie type scent, but I didn't get much, and I'm trying to chop them up small. Like I'm trying to put little pieces in, so it's not like teeny tiny, but like these in the sampler you're getting either 2 to 3 small pieces, and I'm spreading them out amongst 3 warmers. So I don't think I'm like I don't think I'm putting too much in the warmer. I don't know. Okay, so from L3 I finished, this was her Bougie Bar in Cocoa Butter, Cashmere, Boom Boom, and Pink Sugar. I love this blend. It was on my list for customs, although I think I ended up taking it off because I was like, I like it, but I don't like need to have a ton of it. But this threw really well. This wasn't like a super, super strong thrower. You definitely got more of the Cocoa Butter, Cashmere, and the Boom Boom. A little bit, a hint of Pink Sugar, but not a lot. I put it in the last couple pieces I had. I put in my bedroom warmers, and it was like a solid like 6 or 7. Like it kind of filled the room with the scent, but it wasn't like crazy strong. But it's a good, beautiful, soft, pretty blend. I got a sample in Graveyard. This has apple in it. I've heard a couple other people talk about it because I've seen them get it on their videos. It's like, I think it was like juicy green apple, and it's supposed to have like marshmallow and something else. All I got, this was very light, so I could barely smell it. I put it in my bathroom. I put it in there because it was an apple scent. So I was like, okay, something fresh, but I couldn't get any of the other notes, and it was just pretty light. This is a sample. I got it in May of 2021. I didn't know I had it that long. I had a sample from L3, Strawberry Pound Cake, Zucchini Bread, Cuppy Cake. Oh my gosh, this was so good. I would definitely reorder this one, this blend, or request this blend again. Just a beautiful bakery strawberry. I got a sample, actually this is from this is one of the samples, Vanilla Butter Fudge, that I got in my Christmas Advent. I didn't even date it, but I blended this with a couple other scents. What did I blend it with? Yeah, I can't remember now, but I blended this with something else, so I'm trying to remember now what I blended it with. Oh, I blended with a couple of Dessa's scents. So I did that review on Dessa's. This is the Vanilla Butter Fudge that I used to blend it with. So I like Vanilla Butter Fudge. It's definitely a blender scent, not something I would melt on its own. Okay, here's a throwback. Blank Label, She's Not Making Wax Anymore. This is the Golden Afternoon. Golden fruits, delicate pink peonies, and a hint of candied musk. This was a beautiful scent. So this was poured in May of 2016, really old. This, I cut it in 3 pieces and put it in my 2 bedroom warmers and my bathroom warmer. Beautiful. It filled the space. It was subtle. It wasn't like a strong florally, but I think that's what made it so nice, is because it did have kind of sweet floral notes to it. It just filled the space very nicely and pretty much lasted almost the whole day. So it was good. If she was still around, I would purchase that again. Oh, I missed one from L3. This is All Is Calm. And I forgot about this one. This is Sweet Lavender, Twisted Peppermint, Mahogany Teakwood. I really like this scent. Sweet Lavender, Twisted the Mahogany Teakwood gives it like, what is it, that or the Twisted Peppermint? There's a nice sweetness to it. I thought about putting this in my customs. I forgot about it, but it's one I can request from her again. It was really good. It threw pretty well. It wasn't like a super, super strong one, considering since it has Twisted Peppermint, you would expect it to be stronger, but that's okay. Beezy Tarts. You can tell I was going through a lot of old wax this time. So Beezy Tarts, this is his, let's see, blueberry cream. Let me take it out. Blueberry cream. I always put a lot of my scent shots, especially his lids always pop off in like little bags. But this is blueberry cream. I think this is the dupe for the Bath & Body Works. This smelled beautiful. I cut it in half, put it in my 2 warmers in my office. This is from May 2016. It threw really well. I smelled it all day. And it's just a beautiful, sweet blueberry scent. I liked it. I would order from him again at some point. I have quite a few scent shots from him that I just tried it. I need to try to get through. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yep. So here is the 1 ounce scent shot that I got from Kay's that I melted. I couldn't remember if it was in this bin or my bin from my previous review, but red spiced tea. This is beautiful. This is pink pepper, cinnamon leaf, nutmeg, saffron, ebony woods, and vetiver. On cold, I didn't know if I was going to like this. I got this in January. And you get a little bit of that wood, like a woody note, woodsy note. Yeah, the ebony woods. You get those spices. It's kind of like chai spices, but different. So on cold, I wasn't sure if I was going to like this. I put this in my laundry room. It was beautiful. On warm, it's such a beautiful, comforting, warm, sophisticated, deep, like spicy notes. I don't know. It's beautiful. So if you watch my K haul, I got a bag in that. A K Cuts bag. And then from Kay's, I also melted her Sugar Cookie Crunch. Sweet. This is sugar, butter, white vanilla, almond. So this does have an almond note on cold. However, when I warmed this, did I melt it on its own or did I blend it? I feel like I blended it with something. On warm, I didn't get the almond note. On cold, I was a little afraid of it because there was that almond cherry note. On warm, it was actually really good and threw really well. So this is actually something I'd consider blending in other scents again. Or blending with other scents. From Destination Wax, which I just hauled, I got the sample of Fresh Tide. I threw it in my laundry room because the other scents I had melted from her had all been throwing really well. This one I could barely smell. I liked the Tide because there's like some citrusy notes in this, but I didn't smell it very much, so I think I should have let it cure. It must have been more freshly poured. Then from The Pharmacist's Daughter, this is a sample of, how's it, menthe fraise. I don't know how you pronounce it. I did look this up on their website. It's Buttermince, lavender, and marshmallow. I did not get the lavender from this at all. I got buttermint and marshmallow. And her buttermint, it's almost like an Andes mint. It has a little bit of a chocolate note to it. It's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. This threw pretty well. It was not, for the scent on cold, it was really strong. I cut it in half and put it in my 2 office warmers because it was just one little square. It threw really well. It was like a solid 7, maybe. Like I could smell it. It was there, but it wasn't like crazy strong. I would definitely seek this out again and maybe let it cure a little bit longer, or I could put a little bit more in my warmers, but it was just gorgeous, gorgeous. So I love that scent. Anyhow, so that is everything. I know this was a long video. That's why I want to make sure I do this weekly, because if I'm going to include my non-empties, it's just going to take a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have any thoughts or comments, definitely post those below. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.